Well, hello and welcome to the installation video for our latest premium Divi Child theme, The Journey, a Divi Child theme for ministry. In this video, we're going to walk you through the steps to install this child theme, and let's get started. First of all, you will have received a download package in a zip file. Inside that zip file are several other files you will find, including the installation instructions, which would look something like this. These instructions will walk you through this process step by step, and we will be in fact following these instructions for this video. These instructions also include a list of the items you can expect to find in the download package and a description of what those files are for. You will also find links for Elegant Themes, which is where you purchase the Divi theme, which is the foundation and framework for this child theme. Also the links for four plugins that we use in this child theme. The first two plugins, the widget settings importer and the customizer importer, are temporary plugins that we will delete once we've used to import the data. And then the other two are free plugins that I love and use frequently. One is the Events Calendar plugin, and the other one is the Sermon Browser plugin. Both, of course, are optional, but to achieve the same effect and resource that is on the demo, these are the two plugins that are used. And I encourage you to go ahead and download those plugins in advance so that as you're going through the process, you'll already have those plugins installed on your desktop. So, without further ado, we're going to get started and start installing the theme. So right now, there's nothing on here. We got a blank template, and we're going to go ahead and log into our dashboard here. And the very first step is to install the theme. So we're going to go to Appearance, Themes, and we're going to add New, Upload Theme, choose File, go to where we have our Divi theme downloaded, upload the Divi theme, select Install Now, give that a brief moment to install. Once that's been installed, we'll go ahead and return to the themes page, and then we're going to add new, and now we're going to upload the child theme that you received in your download package. Open up your download package, and the child theme is that zip file right there. Install now. Once this is installed, we will go ahead and activate it. This will be our active child theme. Great, there it is. You can see it's been installed and loaded. Next, we're going to install the plugins. So we're going to go here to Plugins. And as you can see, we have no plugins yet. We're going to go ahead and add new, upload plugin, choose file, and then go to the location where you keep your plugins and begin installing and activating the plugins. And we're going to go through the process here for all four just so you can see the steps. Sermon Browser, install now, activate. These are all free plugins, by the way. Plugins I use on a regular basis. Choose file, the Events Calendar. This is a hefty one, so it takes a few seconds longer than the others to install. It's important that you install these first before you go through the rest of the process, as these plugins will need to be in place when you begin importing data. Okay, and then we go down here to plugins again and add new, plugin, choose file, widget settings. Great, now that all four of those plugins have been installed and activated, let's begin installing the custom page layouts. Go to Tools, Import, select WordPress, select Install Now, activate the plugin, choose File. Now go back to your download package and you're going to choose layouts.xml. Upload file and import. Select your username. Select Download and Import File Attachments. Then select Submit. Now let's set up the home page. So go to Settings, and then you're going to go to Reading, and you're going to select a static page, front page, home, save changes. Now let's import those customizer settings. Go to Appearance, go to Customize, and down on the bottom you'll see a new option thanks to our new plugin, Export Import. We're going to choose File, select customizer.dat, download and import image files, yes, select Import. Now you can safely go back now that those settings have been imported and go to Plugins and remove that plugin. We will no longer need that, so we'll go to Deactivate and Delete. The less plugins, the better. And it'll save all our settings, so we don't have to worry about those being lost. Okay, now let's import the widget data. You're going to go to Tools, Widget Settings Import. Select the widget underscore data.json file. Open, show widget settings. Select both the sermons and the calendar sidebars. Import widget settings. Now you'll want to populate those sidebars with the appropriate tools. So you will go to Appearance, Widgets, and you see the new sidebars that were imported. So we'll go ahead and drag Events List to Calendar. Let's remove that title because your child theme has a title already listed in there. Select Save. And for the sermons, we'll go ahead and select the sermon one, add widget, and we're going to set the number of sermons at 4. You can change that if you like. I like to display the preacher, Bible passage, and display date. Once you've done that, select Save. Now we set up our custom menus. So you'll go to Appearance and Menus. The first thing you'll want to do is, for the primary menu here, you want to make sure this box is selected. That way it is set as your primary menu. Now, unfortunately, the Font Awesome icons do not carry over on the import, so you'll have to add them manually. But to make it a little bit easier for you, I listed those icons in the instruction manual that comes with the download package, and you will find those right here. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to copy and paste each of these labels, replacing the navigation, and simply all we're adding is the Font Awesome icon. The embed code is already part of the child theme, so just adding these icon codes from Font Awesome will show the icon that next to each menu item. So we just go through one by one, go through each item, and copy and paste. So we're going to just go through each one. And I'm just copying and pasting. Great. A bit of a tedious process there, but this allows you, doing it this way allows you the option to change icons to whatever you want. So once that's been done, go ahead and save the menu, and we're going to have to do the same thing for the secondary menu. Select secondary menu, and you'll see there's nothing on the custom links, and on the instruction manual you'll find the links here that we just begin to copy and paste. And of course you would add the URL to your Facebook page, etc., etc. And you just continue on down the process. We did our best to include some of the most popular icons. You can remove the ones you're not going to use by just simply selecting remove. If you didn't want to use TripAdvisor, you could just select remove it from the menu item. And go ahead and select secondary menu. This will ensure that it's set to the top header section of your website. Now save menu. Great. And alternatively, you can choose your own icons from Font Awesome, where they have a number of wonderful icons to choose from. You would just find an icon you like, select on it, and there's where you grab the code, and you would just go in here and add that code and replace one of these. So very cool feature, and something I like giving you the option to choose yourself. Now, there are some custom color changes that could not be made in the customizer or in the Divi modules themselves. For example, the background of these social icons up on top. There's not a place to set those anywhere in the Divi theme, so what I had to do was add them into the style sheet. But to make it easy for you, I've created a section in this style sheet that are all the color changes, and so you only have to look in this area for something to change a color on a particular item that you can't find. For example, the search icon has a background color of blue. There's nowhere to set that, so what I did is I set it right here. Background color, search icon. Font icons, these guys right here are also blue. That's these icons right here. Then you have these special HR line breaks. They have a color. This is basically these line breaks used throughout the child theme right here. And back buttons, the header triangle section first color, and then the bottom color, that would be this color right here, and then this color which blends into the section below. And a couple of other places, and here's the background colors for each of the social icons on the top. So if you decide to add more or change the color, decide you want them all to be one color, you would change that right there. So we've done that to make it very simple and easy for you to jump in and make those color changes for those particular items. Again, most color changes are made in the customizer settings. The next step is if you wanted to update your footer, you just go over here to theme footer and scroll down here where it says your company name, and this is where you can simply change the text to your company name. Remove this if you like by simply deleting it, and there you go. You can just hit update file, and if you scroll down to the bottom, here's the tagline. If I hit reload, you will see that we removed that piece of text. And then of course there are the settings in the Divi theme options where you're going to go to add your own personal logo and your fave icon. And of course, I like to make some changes down here. I like to add a back to top button. I like the smooth scrolling. Select save, and you'll see we now have the back to top button that pops up here that scrolls us back to the top of the page. Well, that's it. There you go. Now you have, right out of the box, an exact replica of the Journey child theme. Now, these images and videos do not come with this child theme. If you'd like a license, you can get your own license at depositphoto.com. Again, that's depositphoto.com. And don't forget, if you have any questions, you can contact us at montereypremiere.com/get-started. And for additional Divi tips and tricks, don't forget to visit our blog, our Divi tutorial blog at quiroz.co/blog. Well, I hope you found this very intuitive and easy to use, and helps to make your decision whether or not this is the right child theme for you a little bit easier. If you have any questions, just hit us up. And thank you so much. Have a great day.